Let me give you a proper introduction, Dustin. I'll just come fucking kicking down the door. I'm here, bitch. Let's talk. And ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the show right now, this man is he has a double major from Vanderbilt University in physics and string theory. He got his master's at Yale University in philosophy and a doctorate from Harvard in cultural studies. He also, on the side, he dabbles in comedy. Joining me right now on the program, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the show, the very funny Dustin Sims. Dustin, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Thank you for getting all my credits, man. I'm glad you got all those right. You forgot my Farmers Only link, but it's okay.
I love it because you were like, "Hey, we ain't talking about the Gettysburg Address, are we?" Because I don't know if you know this, but I'm as ignorant as I sound.
Yeah, I got nervous, man, because I only met you twice, and you're like well-spoken and proper, and those type of people don't invite me on their podcast. So, like, this is gonna be a pop quiz.
Yeah, we're gonna do an hour of just grilling you over history and science, and I mean, you've seen my fucking set at least. You know, I'm not smart, so that's. Somebody asked me that one time. Isaiah Carey here in Houston, I did his show, and he was like, "What do you want people to think when they leave?" I was like, nothing. I'm not smart. Like they just, if they thought anything, it's probably like, this guy is dumb. Like they're not. Yeah, I'm not one of those comedians.
Think anyway, you know?
What's that?
I feel like they come there not to think anyway, so just laugh.
Yeah. I'm not one of those cats. That's why, I mean, guys like Bill Hicks and George Carlin, I respect the hell out of them, but they never made me laugh because it was like, yeah, this is too smart for me.
Yeah, this is a lot to process.
I grew up on Def Jam. I just need you to fuck a stool, call somebody a bitch, yell fuck 30 times, and get off the stage so I can laugh. That's what I'm into.
What's with the band? What happened?
Yeah, I wear it every year on this day. My grandfather was one of the first guys. Why are you shaking your head?
This don't even sound right, but go ahead. I don't believe this, but go ahead.
He was one of the first people to storm the beaches in Normandy, and he got shot right here in the face. So every year on the anniversary, I wear a Band-Aid where he got shot.
Are you lying to me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I was like right on the edge, like jumping off and like doing the tears, man. Like, fuck, man, so sorry, but it's like, I'm ignorant. I told you. But okay. So what happened? Like a cat scratch you or something?
No, bitch, I got just a big ass pimple, and the chat wouldn't leave me the fuck alone about it. Look at that bad boy. Hey, god damn it! You didn't need to.
No, strap it back up. You gotta strap it back up. Oh God.
Fuck you, Dustin. I don't even.
No, I think it's just the lighting. I think it's just the
it's just the lighting? Dude, that motherfucker.
No, I thought it was just lighting, bro. God.
I can't do it either because like I'm in the camera mirror, which is backwards, so I keep
try hard.
Shut up! I just gotta go to another break now. Fuck, now it won't stick.
Yeah, good idea.
Kiss my ass. I did this whole show with this fucking Band-Aid on. People would pop in the chat and be like, "What the fuck? What happened?" I told him I was gonna tell you that story too. They were like, "What is he gonna say when he sees it?" I was like, "I'm gonna tell him that I do it for my grandfather, Norman, who stormed the beach. We call him Stormin' Norman. He was one of the first ones on the beach. First guy shot."
I started like, all right, it sounds like bullshit.
Well, I got real specific. His name was Norman. Yeah. He was lefty, but he shot right. That's too much. Well, dude, I appreciate you doing this. What you sipping on there? What you got? What you got in the glass?
This is Wild Turkey 101 White Trash. It's good, honestly. Though I don't really like Wild Turkey, but the 101's good.
You know what's funny is if you talk to a buddy of mine, you may have met him, Christopher Hart. He's a big bourbon guy. He owns the Prideful Goat. He also does the YouTube channel Whiskey Neat with Christopher Hart. And he's done a bunch of collabs with, I think he did the collab. Oh, who was it? Martin Norman has a whiskey out.
Oh, yeah.
And he did a collab with him, and then he's done some work with Cheeto Santino. He's done some work with
Yeah, he's got.
what's that?
Does he have? He has whiskey too, don't he?
Yeah. So this dude's worked with a bunch of them, and he's a huge comedy fan. But he's the one that got me into it. And I think Wild Turkey apparently makes a really good bourbon.
Oh, dude, no one. I joke around about it, but like for the price point, and I love bourbon. I have a pretty good collection, but like every day, like it's a good drink. Like I like it a lot.
Have you had the Barry on Deck Prideful Goat? Hell no, you hadn't, because when I'm in town, you're out of town, and when you're in town, I'm out of town, and we didn't get fucking hooked up.
Because like when I was in Houston, you were in Birmingham. I'm like, what the fuck?
Which is weird because you don't live that close to Birmingham, do you? I thought
I live less than an hour from Birmingham.
Okay. Yeah, and literally, you were in Houston the same week I was in Birmingham, which was stupid as shit.
Yeah, we both had to go through that storm too. Like it was a bad storm that weekend.
That's the worst. That's the one thing I hate about being a road comic. I was just like, God damn it, can I just have enough money to fly? Why do I have to fucking drive everywhere?
Yeah.
People are like, do you want a headline? No, I just want to fly. I don't even give a fuck if I headline.
Yeah. Or just get paid enough for a show to be able to fly. This one guy tried to pay me with mushrooms in Indiana. What? Like, he pulls me off to the side at the end of the show. He's like, dude, we'd love to have you back. I was like, oh, thanks, man. He was like, is it cool if we pay you with like mushrooms? And I was like, nah, no, I don't really know what to say to that other than no. And he's like looking at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, I know I thought like I would take mushrooms as payment, but I wouldn't. And he's like, you'd be surprised at how many do. I was like, oh, really? I'm surprised you asked me that. So you're right, honestly. But I was like, no, I'll just like cash, And I was like, then if I wanted some money, I could just buy those. And he was like, what about a check? I was like, hey, we'll fucking take it.
That'll work. I mean, like, I'll just send I'll send a little shroom to the electric company. I'll send a little bit of a shroom to the fucking water bill. Like, bitch, I'm an adult now. I got bills to pay. How the fuck? I'm gonna just put mushrooms in my gas tank and drive home? How the fuck? What do you think is happening?
I wouldn't know the proper quantity. I wouldn't even know if I got shorted or what. Like, how many mushrooms is like enough for this show?
Yeah, I don't even know how. Yeah, I don't even know what. I mean, somebody in this chat has to know. How much do mushrooms cost, chat? How much? Let's say you got paid $1,000 for a gig, one show, one night. How much mushrooms would that be? It'd have been great if he just walked out with like a handful. He's like, "Hey, bro, do you want these?"
That looks like a lot.
You're like, I don't know if that's $1,000 worth. Actually, I don't want those. He just goes, he blows some of that shit in your face. And you're like, you know what? I'll take them. I'll do it. Yeah.
The guy in Little Rock, I think that's where I saw you at. It is. Yeah. Because we had the early show like 4:00, the matinee, dude. Yeah. Super fucking weird.
That was weird.
So I go out at the end of our show because I wanted to watch yours because Jesse had told me about you. So like I was gonna go out and smoke some weed. So I went and smoked some weed in the truck, and I'm coming back inside, and the dude that runs the place is up there, and he was like, "Hey man, mushrooms?" And I was like, "No, this is weed." I thought he knew I was high, and he was like, "No." He's like, "Do you want some mushrooms?" And I'm like, "Nah, I don't really fool with that kind of stuff, man. I've never tried it." He's like, "You should try it. You got to try it one time." And I was like, "What's it like?" He said, "Well, I'll tell you this. I do it all the time. And the last time I did it," he said, "I got so high that I thought I was in hell and I was working for the devil. And I was skinning the people. Like there was a line of people and I was skinning the people for hell." He said, and then this portal opened up and I walked through it and I was seeing the world through my nephew's eyes. And I said, hey, I'm good. Hey, I'm good. I don't want to be here. I damn sure don't want to be in hell skinning people for the devil. And I said, why are you in your nephew anyways? Like you that on.
Dude, that does not sound like, I don't want any of that. Yeah, I just, no, that's like, that's why I won't do it, right? Like, I heard a story, they said Bill Hicks, he was a good comic until he took mushrooms. They said he took mushrooms, he went out into a field where he couldn't hurt himself or anybody, and he just laid there, and I don't know if he saw Jesus or if he got inside of his nephew. I don't know what happened, but he said like it changed his whole perspective on everything. When he came back, he was the Bill Hicks that everybody knew and loved. And I was like, man, maybe that's what's holding me back. I'm not that good of a comic. I need mushrooms. I need to
Eat some mushrooms, dude.
that's
I've tried
fucking
it twice. Some sketchy dude at a comedy show gave me some in a chocolate bar.
dude.
And you know, my wife gets pissed anytime she sees somebody like dap me up. She's like, "What did they give you?" Like I'm a child. She's like, "Open your mouth," you know, because I'll fucking take it, dude. Because she'll drive if I pass out. It's fine. So it's like whatever. I'll take it. I don't give a shit. Well, I took these chocolate. It tastes like shit, and it didn't do anything. So I was like, "Well, this is awful." And so I'm the type of person who's like, well, if I want to try something, I want to see how it feels. So then I got curious and I was like, I really want to know how this is. So I was talking to my boy about it. And he's like, look, I know this girl. I'll get us some. And I'm like, all right. So he texts me one night. He's at work on night shift. He's like, you got to go meet her. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I meet this girl at Planet Fitness. And she gives me like this Ziploc bag. It could have been fucking like the mushrooms that go on a pizza, dog. I don't fucking know. And she's like handing me this sack, and I'm like, yeah, that looks good. So we take them.
It's in a blue styrofoam with plastic over it. You're like, bitch, you got this at Kroger. I don't know what the fuck.
She's got a little thing of ragu over to the side. So we come home, and my wife, she's sitting on the recliner. She's pissed. She's like, don't do this. And I'm like, but if you're going to do it, I'm going to watch. So then me and my boy, we just sit here with these paper plates and we like even it out. And it's so much. And they taste like dirt. It was like dirt and somebody pissed on it. And it was awful. And so I ate like 3.5 grams, which was supposed to be good. Right?
Is that it? Because, by the way, BB Dubs, Dave in the chat said it's about $10 a gram.
Yeah, so I had 3.5, okay. And it's garbage, dude. Like, yeah, I felt a little okay, but it's like, damn, dude, I could have chewed up a bunch of fucking allergy pills and felt that.
So you never. So you didn't get high? Like I'm always like nervous. I was a pussy. Like Nancy Reagan fucked me up, right? Like that bitch had me so scared, like because she was the whole just say no bullshit, and then they get you in health class with your PE coach or your football coach, and he'd be like, "Watch this goddamn video," and then just be a bunch of crazy people on LSD jumping off of buildings and doing heroin and shit and. I was like, fuck that. Like, literally the only thing I've ever done in my life is smoked weed. I'm too scared to do coke, acid, mushrooms, none of that shit.
I won't touch coke just because I've heard so much. I think I would like it too much. And I was like, nah, I'm
really?
Good. Yeah. This one guy I worked with at Honda, he had like his nasal cavity was collapsed. Like he ran it, like slammed a door on the side of his face or something, but it was just flat right here. And it was from like coke. And he said he'd done everything that there was. He's tried all the drugs, and he was like, the only thing he can tell you bad about coke is that it's so good. And he's like, you'd just sell everything to have it. And I'm like, fuck. I got an addictive personality. Anyways, I drink a lot. I was like, if I had that, we're done. We're done.
I couldn't do it. Yeah, I did. It scares me. Some of them scared me that I would like it too much. And then some of them scared me that I would like eat my face or jump off a building or some shit like that. That's acid. Like I was like, nah, I don't ever want to do acid. Fuck that.
No.
That's too scary.
I saw one of my openers in Tampa. We got there to the show late and there was a line of people outside. And so we're like walking in and he's like really nice and like really like talkative. He wants to talk to everybody and be friends with everybody. And I was like, look, man, I was like, we can do like the meet and greet after. You can talk. I said, try not to talk to these people right here in the line. I said, they're going to freak out. I said, we'll never get inside. I said, because then we'll have to talk to everybody. And he's like, all right. So like, we're walking by and I'm like, just like, hey, how you doing? Like this stuff. And then he's like, he just stops. He's like, I can't help it. I can't help it. So he just stops and starts talking to these people. And I'm like, God damn it. So I'm trying to like wrangle him in. And this guy, swear to God, comes out from behind a dumpster. And he was like, oh my God, I got tickets to your show. And I'm like, of course you do. Of course you do. And like, so he reaches in his pocket. He said, y'all want to do some acid before the show? And I said, no. And Joey was like, I'm going to do some acid. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So like this dude pulls it out of his pocket. He's got it on his fingertip like this. And Joey grabs his hand and is like,
oh, God.
His hand in the dumpster. Does the acid. And I'm just like, what are you doing?
No.
So we get in the green. We're chilling. And he just starts sweating. Okay. And he's sweating, but he's trying to be cool. Like it's not affecting him because he's like, I do acid all the time. I'm like, ooh, like it's a flat. And I'm like, okay. So like, he's like, you gonna be able to do this show? And he's like, yeah. So he gets up on the stage and he really starts sweating. He's just like, fucking. And like, he's just looking at the crowd and like people were just sitting there. And he was like, y'all ever read the book Call of the Wild? And they were just like, a couple guys were like, yeah. And he said, that shit's tight. And I was like, fuck. I was like, nowhere in his set does he talk about Call of the Wild. So then he's just like, does like a survey for his entire 20. He's like, have y'all ever been to Walmart? And then they're like, yeah. He's like, I love that shit.
No one punchline, just fucking.
But he did it so long, he was so committed that like 8 minutes in, painful minutes, painful minutes, they started laughing. They're like, okay, I don't know if they was like, he's retarded, or like they just thought it was just a fucking long drug out bit. Because even Brian, the owner at Side Splitters, he's like, yo, is your boy good? I'm like, no. He took finger dumpster acid right before the show, and he was like, oh. He's like, this was dumpster acid. No, dude. I said, none of this is, I don't even know what's happening right now. It's hilarious.
Oh my God. That is.
I don't that either.
I'm too old for that shit, bro. I'm too.
How old are you?
48.
God.
Hey, what the fuck?
That's more shocking to me than that fucking pimple, dude. That's crazy. I thought you were like my age.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
What the fuck?
I know. I just.
Bro, you look old as fuck.
Made a lot of bad decisions. Yeah. Not acid.
You've been drinking wild turkey for 101 years. I was drinking wild turkey when it was 03.
My mama's kitty had it in there, dude.
Okay. Now this is a good transition because I want to find out a little bit. What? Now the chat is fucking with me about my age. You're like, what the fuck, Barry?
Yeah. Blew my mind.
What I need to know is why am I 48 and still getting pimples? That's the fucking what? That's a poor diet. That's what that is. That's just poor decisions at dinner. That's all that is. Fuck. I don't know. Let's talk a little bit about how you got started in all this. I played a couple of videos for the folks on the show the first 2 hours. I played the one that Snoop Dogg posted, which was the one about getting high with black people. And then I played the one. I just grabbed a couple off your YouTube. I played the other one about you putting money on your daughter's lunch ticket, or that one about the juice box. Both of them fucking hilarious, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
But how did you get started in all of this, man? Was this one of those things where you're like, I'm gonna go viral and be a viral sensation and a stand-up comic? No. I mean, give me the origin story of Dustin Sims.
Okay, well, I've always just like been infatuated with comedy. I used to, the first time I ever heard it, I would like sneak out and listen to Rodney Carrington tapes in my grandpa's truck. He had them on cassette, dude, and I would just sit out there. I was like young, and I would listen to that. And then I saw Eddie Murphy Raw, and like I was like, fuck. And so I used to lie a lot in high school. My mom was super strict, so like I would just have to lie to get out of the house to do shit. And so I would just make up a bunch of bullshit to her. I found I was pretty good at it. So I just started making up a bunch of stories, dude. And I would like on the school bus, because I stayed in trouble. My mom would take my car, so I'd have to ride the bus all through high school. And I would just talk shit on there and tell stories. And I just always loved comedy. So I was working at Honda. I worked at Honda for 9.5 years. And
as sales or what? A salesman?
No, dude, in a factory. Like,
oh, fuck.
Oh, awful. 2 weeks on days, 2 weeks on nights, and then you rotate. And it's like you just never get used to it. And so it just fucks with you over time. And I got on the repair team out there. I was working 6 or 7 days a week. There were some months I would work like 20 days, 21 days in a row, So like it just fucks with your family time, because when you're home, you're tired. So I was miserable out there. And I lost my license. Dude, I've lost my license probably 12 times in the past 10 years. So like I was having to ride with my father-in-law to work. And he is like one of these people that has to get everywhere early. and not like regular people or like not white people early, like 30 minutes, dude. No fuck. We'll get at work at like an hour and a half early, even
Oh,
on day shift. And so I would bring a pillow and a blanket, and I would sleep in this truck. Well, on night shift, we would get there at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. We would get there so early that day shift you could see them leave. So I started making Snapchat videos because I couldn't sleep, but I wasn't going into work. You don't want to fucking go in there and be
no.
miserable any more than you have to. So I would just sit in the truck in the AC, and I started making videos like roasting people in the parking lot when they would walk by. I would just take clips of people and just like talk shit about them. And my Snapchat blew up. It kind of got really big. Well, then me and my wife went to this Backstreet Boys concert. She's like a huge Backstreet Boys. So I made a video about it being like gay and shit. And I put it on my Facebook because I had it on my Snapchat and everybody's like, you got to post this. So I put it on my personal page and it blew up. I say blow up. I think it got like 8,000 like views. But at the time, that was crazy.
Yeah.
You know? So I was like, whoa. Well, then it kind of took off a week or two later and it got up to like, I don't know, 80,000 or something like that.
Damn.
Well, this old man like scrolled back to some of the pictures of my kids when they were like 2 or 3 and was like, oh, fuck yes. He commented on one of them. It was like, oh, fuck yes, post more pics of the kids. And I'm like, whoa, that's fucking weird. I made a couple of other
What?
videos. And I was like, whoa, I was like, I don't want these people on my page, on my personal page. This is weird as fuck, So like I made a comedy page and I hid it from everybody at work. And somebody found it one day and they just started trolling me about it because I only had like 100 and something followers, but I was posting videos like once a week. And then finally one of them just blew up. It took off and I think I got like 2 or 3 million views on it.
God damn.
And then it just trickled down to other ones and my page just blew up. And it got to the point that I was making more off of Facebook and YouTube, just making videos, and I was at Honda, and I was like, fuck this shit. So I started a podcast with this one guy, and we got Rocky Dale Davis on. I don't know if you know him.
Uh-huh. I mean, I don't know him. I know who he is. I know, yeah.
Yeah.
But I've never met. I've never
So we
worked
had
with
him
him or
on,
anything.
and he was like, why don't you do stand-up? And I was like, I've wanted to try. I was like, I'm terrified of public speaking, because that's why I started making all the videos with the filter to start with, because I'm like super self-conscious. I just hate that. And so he's like, fucking just try it. So I went to a couple open mics, which were nightmares. I had 2 open mics before my first 45-minute set, right? Me and
What?
Rocky booked these shows. Oh, yeah. I had 2 open mics where I did literally like 3 minutes,
Yeah.
which were terrible. Okay. So Rocky talks me into doing this, and I was like, all right. So we booked this show in Charlotte, North Carolina, sold 100 tickets. All right. We sold them out quick. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And it's at this refurbished strip club. Okay. And it's in a shopping center, swear to God, across from a TJ Maxx. So we pull up, people's already standing outside waiting. And so like, we're trying to get in, the door's locked. We're calling the people, they won't come. This black lady shows up. The show is supposed to start at 8. She shows up at like 7:45. And she's like, what time this shit's supposed to start? I'm like, 15 minutes. She said, we're going to have to push it back. We go inside and there's like all these leather couches facing each other. Like it's like a little strip club, dude, in the shopping center. It's hilarious. And there's a stage that the microphone don't work. You just going to have to talk loud.
You got to yell your jokes.
I'm shitting on myself already, just like prior to finding out the conditions, that I'm like, oh my God. So like we're sweating, dude. We're like moving around a whole fucking rooms to go, right? We're like fucking lining these couches up around the thing. There's couches on the stage. We got to take down the stripper pole. So Rocky's like, it's going to look weird if I go after you. He said, this is your show. And I was like, I understand. I said, I don't know. I said, I've never. He's like, how long do you have? I said, 45 minutes. He's like, no, you don't. He said, no, you don't. I said, I do. I practice in my kitchen like so many times. He said, I don't give a fuck. He said, no way you do 45 tonight. He said, you do 45, I'll kiss your ass. I was like, okay. Said, do you want to go after me? And like to this day is one of my biggest regrets, because I was like, yes. And he's really good. Like Rocky's good. So Rocky goes up
very funny.
Destroy. Okay, this room. People standing in the back. The room only seat. She's like, "How many's coming?" I said, "Y'all said it held 100." She's like, "Oh, it only holds 60." I was like, "It's holding 100 tonight." So we had like 40 people standing in the back. I'm shitting on myself. Rocky murders. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to go up there and I have to yell And dude, I sounded like a fucking perverted auctioneer because I'm talking so fast. It was like, blah, 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 pussy, shit, bitch, fuck, titty, whatever. I think I'm killing, but I'm poor and shit. I'm running around the stage. I thought I was pacing, but it was more like a fucking sprint. So I get off stage and I've done 32 minutes.
You're like, what was that, an hour? No.
How do you think that was? I said, oh, dude, that felt great. I killed it. He said, no. He said, that was awful. He said, one of the worst I've seen. He was like, you didn't even look at the crowd. Because the whole time I was afraid to look at him. So I was like looking over him. And he was like, you got to like look at him. He's like, look at the crowd. I'm like, fuck, dude. I was just like Helen Keller, like Ray Charles or something.
And then I told him, bitch.
So my first show was a nightmare, but I think it made it easier to move forward from that because my second show was Rocky's show. I was like opening for him in this tent in Tuscaloosa, and I had like 15 minutes instead of 45. And I was like, well, I know I can do that. And so I felt we actually had a microphone. There was lights. I was like, oh, this is all right. And it was a nice place. And this guy going up before me, he had this paper and he's like just shaking. His paper's just like, shh. And I'm like, damn, dude. I was like, are you new? He's like, yeah. I was like, how long you been doing this? He's like, almost 2 years. And I was like, damn. And he's like, how long you been doing this? I said, almost 2 nights. I was like, and he was, I mean, God bless him. He's awful. And I was too. I was like, this is not bothering me at all. So I did honestly surprisingly okay my second time, but the first one was a nightmare. I'll never forget that.
So, and is that when you decided, because you sit on stage, a lot of comics don't. You and I were talking, I think in the green room here, that show we did with Jesse, the White Trash Comedy Bash, whatever the fuck that was. And you had mentioned you don't like to stand. Is it because you paced and all that? Did you just kind of say, you know what, I'll just sit down?
Point where I would, I would hold the mic stand. I got anchored to that a little bit, and I would hold it for a long time. But I started doing shows with Zach Rushing, and it's 3 different dynamics, because Jesse's so just in your face, and he's just animated, and he's good, and then my shit's more storytelling, slow pace and stuff. So it just felt more right to sit down. It kind of like changed to set the tone a different. And it was more like just sitting around a fucking campfire hearing stories or something like that compared to like his just running around. And Zach is very loud and just commanding. And I don't know, I felt better, and I felt like I performed better that way. I don't know why, but I just got accustomed to that and I enjoyed it more. So, here lately, I'm trying to figure out like where to diversify that though, and like stand up on certain parts and just sit down. But all this is still so new to me. Like stand up's totally different from just making videos, like, because videos is all fast paced. You want to get everything out. It's like pop, 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 pop. You don't want any dead air. Like stand up, you have to pause. Like, I don't know. It's so much different. So
How long have you been doing videos? How long have you been doing those?
Almost 5 years, probably almost 6 now.
Damn. And how long have you been doing stand-up?
I'm coming up on 4 years, but my first year I only did like 6 shows because it was like COVID or whatever. So, well, yeah, I guess it's only been about 4 years.
So you have you when and the other day I was watching one of your videos and I honest to God I almost texted you, but I was like, I know this motherfucker does not want to get this text from me right now. But I was curious, when you cut these videos, like the one about smoking weed with black people, or do you write this shit out, or is it one of those things where you have the concept, you have some ideas of some of the jokes, you fire up the phone and you record, and then you just cut out all the shit you think's not funny and end up with a 1 minute or 1.5 minute clip?
That's a good question. It varies really. Some things like that one was like, honestly, like it's like almost word for word true story. And those are things that, because my neighbors are like, they have these huge parties. Like just the other night, and I still gotta cuss them out, dude. Cause just the other night, Easter, we pull up. It's like 5 p.m., dude. Like we done our shit. White people, it's during the day. Right. We pull up, it's the streets blocked off, and there's like 75 black kids in my yard playing basketball and riding my kids' bikes and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, what up? And like this little dude's like, is it cool if we play with your shit? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. just clean up after you. So that's all I ever tell them. I come out and there's goddamn Oreo packets everywhere, and I'm like, God damn it! But there was like, it's like somebody was toting around 6 rolls of quarters. I was like $9 of fucking quarters back there, dude, just rolled up. But anyways, it was so weird. But I went to there. This dude got out of rehab, and he was like, pulls up beside us, like me and my boys are sitting out in the yard. And he was like, Dustin, I look like you. I got the ostrich skins on. He had these boots on and this flannel shirt. And I'm like, yeah, man. He's like, come smoke with us. He said, I just got out of rehab. I'm like, okay. We go to God, and there's like 4 or 5 of us in there, and they're passing around like.
Now you're the only white dude in there? Are you the only white dude in there?
Dude, and I'm just fucking high as shit. And all that stuff is stuff that I told my buddy. And like we were walking back to the house laughing about it. So I wrote it down in my notes. So that one, it just came to me. Like stuff like that, it just happens to you.
Yeah.
But I feel like you have to be consistent. So every week I'm just trying to think of something to make a video about. And usually I'll come up with a topic. If nothing's happened to me that I can't embellish on, then I will come up with a topic or something that I can think back on that has happened, and then I'll usually like embellish it in on that or something and write down funny points. But yeah, a lot of it's wrote down. Like I don't do well. That's why I don't like crowd work that much. Like Jesse, that's one reason why I work with Jesse, because he's good with that, and that's something that I'm not. I like to be prepared, and I like to have all my stuff wrote out, and I like for it to be. I know it the way I talk and the way I say things, it sounds like it's not really necessarily thought out, but a lot of it is. And it's just,
well, that's just a sign of a good performer, bro. That's why I asked. Cause I was like, you do them so well, even on stage, even when you're telling your stories, it really does sound like you're telling this story for the first time, which is really, really hard to do when you've told the same fucking story 1,000 times, as you know. So that's what's impressive is, yeah, your delivery, it feels like you're telling the story and I'm hearing it, and we're both hearing it at the same time, which is outstanding. But I was curious because the videos feels like some shit where you would just hit record and be like, man, let me tell y'all this. And then just kind of go. But I like the idea that you're writing your at least bullet points down, right? And then you just put your personality on it. Do you have like a list of shit you want to talk about, or is this literally a week to week thing?
Sometimes I'll come in spurts, so I'll write down topics and I'll have a few like on reserve and I'll jot things down. What I've struggled with the most is trying to decipher what to put on stage or what to put on a video, because like you think, well, this is really relatable, so you'd want to do it on stage, and I was like, wow, but it's really relatable. I want to put it on video and it'll like go viral maybe. So it's like it's really hard to decipher that. But
why can't you do both? Why can't you do both? I don't know. Is there some that you've taken? Like, bro, here's my thought, and this is just my dumb ass talking, but if you've got videos that have gone viral, and that Snoop Dogg one I think had just on YouTube 1.7 or almost 2 million, and then the other one, the school lunch money thing, was like at 5 million.
Yeah,
I would 100% be doing those on stage. 100%.
Really?
Yeah. And if they now, whether they work or not is another thing, but it's kind of like for me, like if I tweet something out, I a lot of times my video is I'll tweet. I don't make videos like you do, but I'll tweet a joke out or a thought or a concept and just kind of see what reaction it gets. And if it gets a real positive response, or a lot of people are at least commenting on it, even if it doesn't go viral, but if it's generating a lot of chatter, I'm like, oh, there's something here. And so I'll either finish the joke or I'll just take that to the stage. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Why? I don't know why you wouldn't be telling that though, dude. Just the way you told it just now with the quarters and the Oreos. If you added that to what you already have, that's fucking hilarious, bro. I feel like every story you tell could just fucking be a killer on stage.
I'll tell you, because I guess the reason I'm like that is because I did a show in Oklahoma. It was one of the first ones where I finally started getting, I started getting like settled in, and like finally feeling more comfortable on stage to like really try to, because Rocky was like preaching to me like sell it more. He's like, you sound like you're just kind of reading off of things because I memorized it so much because I was so nervous, so I sounded like a fucking robot. And I
Right.
was like, you're right. So I was trying to be more animated and selling a story. And so like I was trying to do my biggest ones that had popped off so far. So it was kind of like Travis Tritt biggest top hits. It was like my sets, like all the. But these people that are coming to these shows have seen all those like good videos, And so this guy in the front row, I'm telling this one story, and like I could see him like mouthing what I'm gonna say next. And it was like one of
That's
my
funny.
first few shows, and I was like, it made it. I still think about that all the time. It just drove me crazy that this man knew what I was about to say. But I guess that's really because I still take now some of my older stories that maybe didn't do quite as well that I know the premise was funny, and I reworked them and I put them on stage and they do well, and people know that story, but they're like, well, I haven't heard you tell it that way, and those seem to work. But I haven't really thought about, because my wife, I have the snipe hunting story from like a long time ago that really popped off, and she's like, you that's what I went to this open mic with, and it was atrocious at this open mic. I think that's why I won't touch it anymore.
You're
But
scared of
she's
it.
like, you
Yeah.
really, because people ask about it in meet and greets, and I'm like, that's so weird. But she's like, that's like, they want to see that kind of stuff. So I guess that makes sense. I should
That
put some of that.
The thing is, man, think of it this way, because this happens a lot. Like when I'll talk to younger comics, or even just like Jesse and I have had this conversation before. You have to think of it this way. Yes, a lot of people, it applies a little less to you just because some of these have gone viral and literally millions of people have seen it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for me, and especially like local comics and comics that are maybe working the road, but you got to remember, man, maybe 5 to 10 people, not even percent in the crowd might have seen you one time before. I mean, there's a very slim chance that most of the people now, unless you've been doing it for years and you obviously have a following, right? So if you go and watch, I don't know, Rocky Del Davis or Theo Vaughn, or because people kept saying you sound like Theo Vaughn in the chat, or if you like,
dude, yeah. I try to fuck. It's like fuck, because I love Theo.
Yeah,
and I get so pissed at that too.
I don't
like,
worry about it. That's just people hearing the Southern accent. That's all it is. It's
no,
not like
no, yeah.
You're not copying him or anything. But like, like I would go watch a John Witherspoon, right? And he would still be doing the same jokes. But the fact is, yeah, he's got a following. But dude, the thing is this: if you let's just I'll put it this way. This is what I would tell Jesse or anybody else. If you went and watched Andrew Dice Clay, if you go to Andrew Dice Clay's comedy show and he didn't do the nursery rhymes, you know them by heart. You're going to say them with him, right? But if he didn't do them, you'd be pissed.
Yes.
And that's how you have to look at some of your jokes, man. Like some of your hits, some of the ones that people found you and fell in love with you as a performer, that's the ones that they want. That's the ones they want you to close with, or at least hear. Bro, I still get people asking me about my stupid ass Joel Osteen joke, which is that was 2017. But in this town, they still want me to tell that joke. They're like, oh, you didn't do the Joel Osteen Hurricane Harvey thing. I'm like, yeah, that's because that was fucking 5 years ago. I'm not doing a fucking Hurricane Harvey joke. But I'll still mix in like bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
Because that's what they want. I don't know why you do your hits.
That makes sense. No, you're right. Because what's crazy is like 2 weeks ago, I went and saw Rodney Carrington, which is like the first time I've seen him live ever. And it's the first time I've heard him. I listened to him as a child, like as a young, like teenager and stuff. And like, I thought it was funny then. So like, that was like kind of who I credit like my start to like really like enjoying comedy. And so like my dad wanted to go see him a couple of weeks ago in Atlanta. And I was like, that'll be so weird, And I was like, I feel like I'm going to like really critique it now, have a better like ear. Yeah. I feel like it's not going to be that great. But he had a lot of new stuff, and like he still had a lot of stage presence was great and everything. And it was just like really nostalgic. But I caught myself, like, he started singing some of his songs, and I was like, if this motherfucker doesn't sing Titties and Beer, which is so fucking old, dude, I was like, I would be pissed. So, yeah, what you're saying makes sense, because I would have been pissed. That's what he ended with. He sang that, and, like, everybody lost their fucking mind. And I'm like, well, all right.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You got to think, I mean, I've seen your set twice now. And it's killer. You're fucking hilarious. But I was like, that was the other thing I wanted to ask you. Do some of these ones that go viral end up making it in your set? And if not, why? Because they're fucking hilarious. And absolutely. And you would have more time too to tell the whole story. So yeah, I think that would be dope. And it
I really thought of it like that because I think I just had a bad experience with it at first, but that was like, I was just very inexperienced. So yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what you're doing now. Shit, you're a seasoned vet. You could probably, you could probably go out there with a brand new story and crush it because you know who you are now too, right? Like you know your voice. Like I noticed you don't use that filter anymore, right? Didn't you start like you were using like the filter that fucks your face up and it changes your voice? Mm-hmm. You don't really do that anymore, do you?
No. I just did that. It was more of like a self-conscious thing, I guess. Like I just felt, nobody really likes their voice or like seeing themselves on camera, but I really wanted to get my stuff out there. And that was kind of hot at the time. There's a couple other people that were doing it and it was like, and so I just did it. I never thought it was going to like, I wasn't doing it. Like some people do it, like trying to be like, I was like, it was just fun. Yeah. And it took off. And it's all still mind blowing to me still. But I did notice like when I started doing shows, like, people were used to that. So they didn't really know what I look like or really sound like. And I had this lady in Tallahassee by the way, fuck Tallahassee. If you have any Tallahassee people on here, I will fight every one of them, dude. Because I had this dude in this biker gang try to come to my show at the VFW and burn it down. It was hilarious.
What?
Well, anyways. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I was joking around because all my Florida shows do really well. And I was like selling all these other dates like Jacksonville, Orlando, Gainesville, Tampa, and Naples. They were all doing good. But Tallahassee wasn't doing good. So like I just made a story one day on Facebook. And I was like, yo, fuck Tallahassee, dude. And I'm just like dogging Tallahassee out, like in a joking way. Yeah. I was like, everybody in Tallahassee fucking sucks. I was like, except the ones that, that bought tickets to this show. Well, this dude, he's got, it's the typical, like, dad selfie, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fucking, and then, like, the white frame Oakleys, dude, and he's in this truck like this. You know what I'm talking about?
His January 6th starter kit. Yeah.
Yeah, so this dude messaged me and was like, yo, you're talking shit about Tallahassee? Did you know we're one of the first counties to, and he sends me, like, this fucking history lesson on Tallahassee, and I'm like, shut up, dude. I was like, there's no way I would read all that. I was like, it's so gay. I was like, dude, this is a joke. I was like, just relax. He said, oh, you think our heritage is gay? And I'm like, no, you're gay. Like, for explaining it this hard. I was like, but okay. He's like, I'm going to go to your show. I said, please do. Bring friends. I said, it's not selling well. He's
you can whip my ass if you buy a ticket.
He said, we're coming. We're going to boycott it. I was like, oh, my God. I was like, you're going to boycott my show? That's hilarious. I was like, please boycott. Maybe more people will buy tickets. Dude, there was more people outside than inside.
They were boycotting you, really?
Yeah, it's fucking biker, dude.
Because we're like by bikers.
It's at the VFW, dude. And so we're inside. There's like 46 people here. There's like 75 outside.
That is
on a Harley.
Trying to drown you out. Oh my God.
So
dude.
Like they leave. Like they just come by, like, do this weird drive by during the show, and they sit out there in the parking lot, and they're like, "Man," I'm like, "Whatever." So then, like, I message the dude. I'm like, "Hey, come inside, dude." And he's like, "No." And I said, "I put you on the list. You don't have to buy a ticket. Just tell him your name. You can come inside." He said, "You really did that?" And I said, "Yeah." Because we thought you were gonna burn the place down. So then he's like, that takes a lot. And I'm like, what? And so, like, I earned his respect because I put him on the list to the show at the VFW, dude. And so, like,
you had to carve it into wood.
I can see through it now. He said it was just humor. He's like, for you to do a show at a VFW here, you do care about the heritage. I'm like, I was just trying to get paid, honestly.
The only heritage I care about is the green shit and with the president.
If Applebee would have booked me, dog, I would have never been here.
You know? Oh my God, dude.
But dude. I did a show in Gainesville. I don't know why I said Tallahassee first. I guess I just hate them. It was in Gainesville. This old lady, dude, she was like 70 something, and she's in the meet and greet line. And I see her coming. You know, some of them you're
You
like,
see him,
whatever,
you're like,
just go.
oh
But
fuck.
some of you see come, you're like, oh my god, this is a sweet little old lady. So she comes up. I'm like, this is crazy. I was like, you like my stuff? And she's like, I love it. So like, I hug her because I'm a hugger, dude. And like, she like pulls back and looks at me funny, and she's like, you don't look right. And I was like, what? And she's like, where is it? And I said, what are you talking about? She's like, the face and stuff. And I said, oh. I said, that's just a filter, you know? And I was like, I thought she was just fucking around, whatever. It's just a joke. And she's like pissed, like gets so pissed. She's like, I paid for this. And I said, what are you talking about? I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, I can't make my face look that way. I said, it's a filter. I was like, hold on. So I pulled my phone out and I opened up Snapchat and I showed her. I was like, look, I can make yours do that too. Dude. Witchcraft. Dude. This bitch, if she'd had sage on her, that bitch would have fucking fired it up. She was like, shook. And I'm like, oh my God. Left. Mad as fuck. And then I had the same lady, a same lady at that show, not that same lady, but at that same show, I had a lady, an older lady. We were taking a picture together, and like she licks, like she's like, all right, let's do one. So we take a picture like this. This is her. And then she's like, let's do one more. And then like she like looks at her friend funny. And I guess she just turns the video on. Cause then like she just licks from the bottom of my neck all the way up to the top of the back of my ear, dude. The back of my ear, which I feel like it's
Dirty.
probably
Those are dirty.
yeah. I wash it sometimes, but it's not as much as the rest. It's not. I don't think anybody's it. If you are, God bless. But like she licked all the way to the top, and it felt like a slug slid up my dude. She had a tongue on her, dog. Wet. Oh man, dude. And I was like looking at my wife, like, what the fuck? She said, what are we doing? Like, get some napkins or some paper towels and dap me up, bitch.
Call
like,
the police. This is a crime.
Ugh. And then go ahead.
No, please. I'm looking for a picture of the filter that you use.
You don't have to.
No, I want people to see because I don't know that like they're not getting the image of this old lady showing up and not understanding what the fuck you're talking about. Let me put a picture up here. Is that the weirdest shit that's ever happened to you? What's like the weirdest thing? I mean, licking the back of your fucking ear is pretty fucking
I got a
weird.
dude. I don't know if I should tell this because I know he'll watch it. He watches anything that's got my name on it. I got this guy. He's got one of my first merch shirts ever. Great guy. Wonderful guy.
There you go. That's how you cover for it.
Love him to death. He's awesome. Looks like a totally normal guy. And I'm sure he is. Right? But he's got one of my first merch shirts ever. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And I've signed the same shirt like 7 times. And so he's been to like 7 shows. And they're all like mostly in Florida. And he'll go to all my Florida shows. He's been to like seen the same show like 3 times in the same weekend in 3 different parts of Florida.
Dedicated, bro.
Oh yeah, and he's brought it like I've met all his different girlfriends he brings. He'll bring girlfriends. So the first couple times I'm like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah,
this is cool. 3rd time I signed this shirt, I'm like, that's fucking kind of weird, you know. He was like, it's a little weird, bro. I was like, you ain't trying to like buy my house, are you? And I like we're joking around, like, ha, ha, ha. But then it's like, okay, the 4th time I signed it, like talking to my wife on the way home about maybe like a restraining order. 5th time I signed it, I'm like, do I hit this guy? I'm like, do we even want, what's going on? But he's not saying anything weird. Well, the last time I signed it, we take a picture together. His phone died. So my wife's like, he's like pissed and he's like raising hell. He waited like for the entire everybody to leave in the crowd. He wanted to be the last one so he would have more time. And I'm like, okay. So I'm talking to him, we're chilling, and like, I gotta piss, dude. I've been, whatever. I gotta go urinate. So like, I'm like, I'm talking to him and we're vibing. Cool. I signed the shirt the 7th time. And like, he's like, fuck. He's like, my phone's dead. He's like, I can't get a picture. By the way, I'm his cover photo and his Facebook profile photo. The picture of me and him with the shirt is his profile picture. And then I'm the cover photo. So like, he's like, fuck, I can't get a picture. And I'm like, I said, you got so many, man, it's fine. He's like, no, I really want one for tonight. And so I looked at Kayla and I was like, Kayla, you just take one off your phone. And then he was like, will she send it to you and you'll message it to me? And I was like, yeah, I'll message it to you. So like we take a fucking picture and then I dip and I go to the bathroom and they leave. Like I see them, they leave, right? And so like I go to the bathroom, I come back out and like everybody over there's like looking crazy. And my wife's like, he came back, he took his girl to the car and he came back and was like, at my wife, like, yo, are you gonna like send him that picture or what? And like he was in the car waiting on it. So she had to send it to me so I could send it to him so he could leave, bro. He wasn't leaving with that.
Without his picture.
No.
Hey, yeah. That's a little excessive. That's a little excessive. I mean, I'm all for support, right? I'm all for support. You show up to all my shows, I appreciate that. But
yeah.
I'll sign your shit. Let's just buy another shirt. Get a hat. Get a fucking sticker. The same
Let's
shirt.
sign your titty or your shin or something.
Also, don't wait in the parking lot. I'll send you the fucking photo. You'll get it. That's yeah, that's have you had anybody? Well, the kid thing was pretty fucking creepy. That was that I think I remember you telling me that story when we were talking.
People want to take pictures, dude, like
with your
in
kids.
public. Like Walmart or Waffle House for me, honestly, that's where I get recognized the most. I feel like, but like, I've had people like in Gatlinburg, which is also funny, come up to me and be like, "Want a picture?" And I'll take a picture with it. I like that. That's cool. It doesn't bother me. But people that will sometimes ask to take pictures like with my wife, they don't bother me because she's been in some of my videos. But some people will be like, "Can we get one with the whole fam, like with your kids?" And I'm like, "No, that's fucking weird as shit." I'm like, "You're not getting pictures of my kids."
Yeah.
And so like it makes the whole vibe weird when they do that. But I've had one in Gatlinburg message me and they asked me if I was eating in Johnny Rockets one time. And I'm like just sitting at the table with my family and I'm like looking around like, fuck, dude. I was like, Eagle, Big Brother watching or what? And I'm like, who is this? You know? And this guy's like, I'm next door in this merch shop. He's like, I'm a big fan. He's like, I wonder if I could talk to you. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'll walk over there. I was like, just sit tight because I didn't want him just coming over here. So like I just get up and I go next door to this place and it's this grown man, dude. I'm like hillbilly, like Justin Bieber, dude. Like I don't have like a groupies, like it's just like a bunch of like women or anything like that, dude. It's like just grown like men with like beard, like Duck Dynasty looking dudes who fucking love me, dog. And so like I go in there and this is this just burly man. He's just in there and he turns around, he sees me, he's like, oh my God. And will not talk to me at all. And so I come up, I try to shake and I'm like, what's up? And he's like looking at me crazy, won't say a word. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, you having a good time up here? You on vacation or something? Nothing. And his wife finally comes over there and she's like, I'm sorry. This is just too painful for anybody. And she's like, I'm just going to stop it. And like, just tells me to leave. And like, he's just shook. He can't say nothing. I was like, you want to get a picture or something? He couldn't say nothing. She's like, he can't. And I'm like, that's fucking insane. Wow. I wouldn't be that way with anybody, I don't think, you know?
That's weird.
That
yeah.
weird.
I'm trying to think, like, have I ever, I don't think I met anybody. Like, cause I got to, doing in radio and comedy, you get to meet some of your heroes, some of your idols. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't think I ever got that nervous or that. Yeah.
Could you even think one that you would?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so odd. But some people, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. It's funny because that would happen a little bit when I was on radio. I would meet somebody. It rarely, like, on occasion, somebody would recognize me or they would meet me. And every once in a while, they'd be like, I'm nervous. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Are you fucking nervous? And they're like, it's just, I mean, you're you. And I literally had somebody tell me that. I was like, bro, I
part of me hate the most.
Yeah, I used to sell shoes. Like, you don't want to. I was like Al Bundy, bro. Like, I'm nobody. Like, trust me. Yeah, it's flattering. But it's. I said this, and I don't know if you felt this way, but I always said when it first started to, like, when my career, radio and comedy first started to take off, and people were actually supporting me and were fans of mine, that was really difficult for me to grasp that concept. Like, it was so difficult to have fans. It was a weird thing. Now I love it and I'm appreciative. Like, this show doesn't happen without a huge community supporting me. And I'd say they're family more than friends. I mean, I love these folks to death. And they've been fucking with me since I got let go from ESPN. But initially, it was a weird concept because you get that thought like, why would anybody give a fuck what I do? Right?
Yeah.
Did you struggle with that a little bit? Like, I don't understand why.
I still do. I still get weird. Like, I say I love when like people come up, and I do, because like when people come up and talk to you, like
it's very flat. It's very, you appreciate it because they support you.
Yeah, I love that. But it's always it is an odd feeling, you know. Like I always just feel weird and like uncomfortable. But like I do enjoy it because that's what you want, you know. That's the whole reason you put it out. But like somebody like Jesse, man, Jesse seeks that out, you know, and that makes me, Jesse will like look for it, and it'll make me so uncomfortable because he can't go anywhere. He'll have to announce who he is, you know, and it's just hilarious. But
I won't do it. I won't. Like, if I'm on a plane, what do you do for a living? Accountant. I'm an accountant. No one wants to talk your ear off if you're a fucking accountant. You know what I mean? I'll pick a job from my past, but I'm like, dude, as soon as you say comedian, you're fucked.
I say marketing, dude. Whenever I fly somewhere and they're like, what do you like, work? And I'm like, what do you do? I'm like, marketing, dude.
Yeah.
Because you say comedian, tell me a joke.
Yeah. And you know what my response is? Don't do that. I'll literally, if somebody finds out, I'll be like, don't do that. That's the worst thing you can say to a comedian is tell me a joke. Like, we hate you. I've told people that. We hate you when you, like, I hate you right now because you just said, tell me a joke. I can't wait for this elevator to stop so you get off. That's how much I hate you right now. And they're like, oh my God. I'm like, well, that bitch will never do that again. Like,
woo-wee, dude, I did a show. We went to Miami, but I had a show in fucking Orlando and Boca Raton. And I don't say that right, and they get mad every time, but it's like, fuck them, you know? Anyways, well, I did 2 shows there, and then me and my homeboy and Kayla, we went down to Miami for a couple of days, and then we went to West Palm Beach, and we went to the Hard Rock Casino. I fucking can't do casinos. I can't do it because, like, I'm not lucky at all. I never win shit, but I'll drink a lot, and so then I just don't care. I'm just, like, spending money. And so, like, I'm just blowing through it, and my wife is getting pissed. And, like, I was like, I got this check from fucking this comedy club. So the next day, I'm trying to fucking cash it at one of these, like, check cash place. And there's this dude from Kenya for sure. And he's behind the desk, and I hand it to him, and he's like, this good amount. And I'm like, it's okay. And he's like, comedy. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, must be good. I'm like, it's nice. It's okay. He's like, tell joke. And I'm like, oh no, it's okay. And so like, he's like getting my cash out, and like he legit like slides the cash through the little bitty glass thing, and he's like, tell joke. And I was like, no. And so he slides it back through the other side. I was like, oh my God. I was like, whoa. I said, we're not doing that. I said, we're not doing that. Give me my money. He's like, tell joke. I said, I'm not fucking, like, you can't just pop a quarter up my ass, and like, I'm not a jukebox, dude. I was like, give me the fucking money. So I'm getting pissed. I'm like, now I sound like I'm robbing this place, you know? I'm like, give me the fucking money, dog. Like,
give me the fucking money. Somebody walks in.
And so it's so weird. I hate that, man.
Yeah.
Like, even by my house, I love this place. I was friends with everybody, the cooks and everybody in there. And they hired this one new old lady. I come in, they're like, oh, what up? It's Waffle Home. I'm like, yeah, you know, whatever. Fucking hitting them with the W and shit. And so, like, it wouldn't fuck with us. I come in there hungover. I come in there at 4 o'clock in the morning, shit face. It's fine. And so one morning I come in there, I'm dying. I've had like 1 hour, 2 hours of sleep. And she just comes over and like slams her pad on the table. She's like, tell me a joke. And I'm like, oh no. I was like, fuck. I was like, I can't do this right now. I was like, don't do this to me. I was like, this is like a safe space, you know. This is supposed to be like, oh, okay, just give me the all-star and fuck off, you know what I mean? But it's a weird thing.
Yeah, I don't think people will ever truly understand it, and it's one of the few. It's almost like certain entertainers that oh, you're a singer, oh, you're a rapper, rap a verse, oh, you're a comic, tell me a joke. It's like, now I'm off the clock. Fuck you. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Pay for a show. All right.
Yeah.
That's well. So what do you got going on, man? What are you up to next? I know you're touring with Zach and Chad and Jesse and but that's you got your own shit going too, right? You got your own tour.
Finally, yeah, I've just now started. My first one's coming up in Anniston, Alabama. It's right down the road from me. It's like in like the top. It's like the number one dangerous city in Alabama. It's so funny, but it's like right by my house. But I'm doing that one just to because I'm trying some new stuff because I've been used to doing the Buck Wild tour with, and
Yeah.
I've been doing used to Zach shows, and on those I just have to do 30 minutes. So I wanted to add a new 15 or 20 to my full set. And I've got Naples coming up April 26th and 27th. So I just want to get ready for that. But other than that, I'm still doing I'm doing Zach's. And I don't know how many more Buck Wild ones we have, but I enjoy those. I like doing that. This is such an interesting thing because we're all so different, but like also kind of in a similar like fan base, but like we're all so different with our delivery, you know?
Yeah.
And so I enjoy doing that, but I like doing my own as well. I mean, it's just me and Jesse on those, and you know how that is. You can tell Jesse to do 2 hours, he's going to do three, so it doesn't matter.
Are you kind of over the whole social media thing, or are you like that's your bread and butter and you like that the most, or
It's like a love hate thing, man. Some days I hate it. It's stressful because you have to stay consistent, or that's I mean, one that's
that's
how
the
you
one thing I
stay
can't do.
that's,
I'm
that's
so
how you
bad at.
tickets like consistently, and it's hard to do that because you feel pressured to if one thing I struggled with when I left Honda is because I was at home all the time. I was going to work, back and forth, and like you talk to a lot of people there. When I quit Honda, like I was just at home most of the time, and you don't really have a lot of experiences, and you don't have a whole lot of conversations. So everything's up here, and it was really hard for me to write for a long time, and I didn't really understand why. And it's because I wasn't getting out and just experience anything. So I've grasped that concept better, and so I try to make myself go and go out and do things, and that helps. But yeah, it's a battle because you have to stay consistent. So a lot of it is you're just fighting with yourself and things you think up in your head. You're like you'll second guess them and shoot those ideas that could be good down before they even really develop into anything.
God, preach. I hate it. I mean, I've been crying in your inboxes before about how I can't do the fucking videos. It's just, it sucks.
Man, it's
Yeah,
hard.
it's the worst. But well, dude, man,
But
listen,
some of them will just fall in your lap.
yeah, that's
Oh,
true. No,
fall in
no,
your
you're
lap, and
good.
oh, it's the best thing ever.
I really appreciate you doing this, Dustin, man. I was telling the chat, man, I've been trying to get you on this show forever. I just wanted to kick it with you, man, and talk shop and have a good
Yeah.
time. That's what the show's about. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to do this. Tell the people how they can follow you if they're not already, because some of them said they are. So tell the rest how they can follow you.
Oh, just Dustin Sims on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I don't really fuck with TikTok that much, but I'll throw a little something on there every now and then. But that's usually about it. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You just look up Dustin Sims, and it should pull up. It should be the first one. There's a golfer, but I don't even think he's that good. So he's like, you should.
That's it. Hey, man, thank you so much, Dustin. I appreciate you. Y'all go follow Dustin. He's a hilarious dude. And when he's in town, please go catch a show because we got some folks around the country, too. So make sure y'all go check him out when he's on tour. Buddy, I appreciate you, man. Thanks so much, Dustin.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me. This was fun. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man.